Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Bổn Sư Thích Ca Mâu Ni Phật. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Nam mô Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Respectfully pay homage to the Buddha, the one, the worthy one, the exalted one, the fully awakened and enlightened one. Good evening, dear Dharma Sister Brother. Today is June 19, 2021. We are at Pháp Nhãn Temple on a Zoom of the Dharma. Right now, I would like to invite Dharma Sister Brother to listen to the sound of the bell, and then we keep learning, stepping into Freedom-Gatha. Today we study part 3. Now I would like to invite the whole Sangha to listen to the sound of the bell, and then we start. Yes, I would like to say today, first of all, we will review the Gatha number 5 in Vietnamese first, the Dharma in Vietnamese first, and then English, and we review this about gratitude. Number 5, vặn nước, nước từ nguồn suối cao, nước từ lòng đất sâu, nước màu nhiệm tuôn chảy, ơn nước luôn tràn đầy, gratitude of the water, ơn nước luôn tràn đầy. Now here number 5, turning on the water. Water come from high mountain sources. Water run deep in the earth. Miraculously, water come to earth and sustain online. My gratitude is filled to the brim. Here today we said about water, and we review gratitude today. Yesterday we also last night we already studied, but today we would like to mention about it more and more. Dear Dharma Sister Brother, the water today we attended Bhantaji Temple. Other time, you know, the water when after have mindfulness lunch, and Upasika, like people gather together around, and they hand to hand they pour the water. This is the first meaning. The water means clean. The water means the first meaning. The water of merit. See, first meaning, the water of merit. And when they do something good, say something good, and think about something good. Other time they go to the temple. They volunteer to support the temple. They have merit. Other time they gather together. They would like to share the merit, the merit with they have, and then they would like to share together. One person not enough, 2 person, 3 person. Other time more and more, and gather together and share the merit together. So when do something good, should share together. Not do something good, keep along. It's not good. Do something good, think about something good, and say something good. Other time we should share good thing to each other. other time the merit they earn, the merit they support, the merit they rotate the triple jump, other time they have, and they gather together and they bore and they share together. And the first meaning, the water of merit, and the second meaning in this case. The second meaning in this case, you see, the second meaning in this case, the water can clean. You see, the water can clean the dirty thing, and some thing dirty, and we can use the water to wash everything, to wash the dishes, to wash the table, to wash the body, etc. And the second meaning, we can use the water to clean everything with soap, with hand soap, with dishes soap. The second meaning, the water can clean. This is the literally meaning, and now we can use the water to clean something dirty. And if we explain about figurative meaning, other time we can use the water. In this case, water come from our heart. First come from the heightened mountain, or come from deep in the earth. But in this case, come from our heart. You see, when our heart become clean, other time water means represent our mind. When our mind become clean, become clear, no dirty, other time we use mind to clean. In this case, figurative meaning, we can use the water. Means we can use the clear mind, the not dirty mind, or pure mind, or clear mind, or mindful mind to clean what? Clean defilement, clean greed, anger, delusion, hatred, ignorance, wrong view, wrong talk, wrong speak, wrong action, wrong livelihood, wrong effort, wrong mindfulness, and wrong concentration. So the water, literally and figurative meaning, other time we water represent our water symbolize our mind. When our mind become clear, become mindful, other time use our mind to clean polluted mind, polluted thinking. Other time we understand. Other time we use the water, means we use the clear mind to clean dirty thinking, verbal action, mental action, and bodily action. So the third meaning, and the second meaning. In this case, the people, you see, we went to the Freedom-Gatha-P3-Ven Temple this lunch today. This morning today, we see the people gathered together. This the fourth meaning. The fourth meaning means people support together, sit together around the circle, sit like the circle, and means do support Buddhism, support the triple jump, not alone, support with collective sangha. In this case, lay sangha. You see, ubasika, and sit together and support together. And so go to the temple. Sometimes do something good, okay, but sometimes do something good, wholesome. Other time invite more and more people around earth, around him or her, gather together, rotate together, and connect together, hand in hand, and support the triple jump. So the fourth meaning, the basis meaning, we understand that other time near future, Dharma brother and sister, another temple, invite us now, dear sister and brother, this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, or last night, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, I saw like this, blah blah blah. Can you explain this meaning to me? Another time you understand. Okay, this I know. And now please sit down. I would like to say Dharma to you. So the meaning of the water, this lunch we know, and near future somebody ask you about that. All time you are ready to explain them one by one. You see, this is the water. First basis meaning the water of merit. You see, in Pali we can call it bunya. Bunya, dana means generosity, and we can say the water of generosity. From their good heart, from their good bodily action, verbal action, and mental action. All the time the meaning like that. And how about gratitude? Now gratitude. Yesterday, today, this afternoon, Brother Pháp Thanh explained this good. But right now, we would like to review when we learn gratitude, different kind of gratitude. I would like to invite Dharma Sister and Brother to explain or to review it again. And the more we review, the more we have strong confidence in Dharma learning, Dharma practice. All the time near future, some monastic people, some lay people invite us to say this. All the time you have the foundation, fundamental teaching of gratitude, and you explain one by one all the time more and more clearly. And right now, I would like to invite Dharma Sister, Brother, first of all, Brother Sister Hạnh Minh to explain how about gratitude, what different kinds of gratitude.
Dear Master and dear Father, I would like to say again the gratitude yesterday. Master teach us. I take a note and I got 9.
You're very clear.
The first is parent, our parent, because our parent is us, the physical body, need the birth and bring us up in to give us some education, and but in the monastic life, the second gratitude is Triple. It's a Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Buddha is the original master, give us the way to get to the attainment, to enlighten, to get freedom. And Dharma is the Buddha teaching, and Buddha teachings let us know how to live, know how to cultivate it, to be a good people, and to free from suffering, anger, and desire. And Sangha is important too, because Sangha, we ready to look like Pháp Nhãn Temple is a Sangha. So we ready to the Master, we ready to Brother Pháp Thanh come here and to join us in the Zoom. So we ready to, and if we don't have a Master, we don't have the Zoom like today. And if we don't have Brother Pháp Thanh, we cannot open the Zoom also. So we ready to the Sangha. And the third is the secular country where we were small, where we live, and where we grow up. Suppose I living in, I was born in Vietnam, so I gratitude to Vietnam. But I left Vietnam 30 years, and I have been living in the USA 30 years, so I am gratitude to the US country. So we need to gratitude both countries. Number 8, we gratitude to the leaders. If we don't have the leaders, we cannot live in the peaceful country. Suppose now we live in the US country, we need to gratitude to the leaders. And if we live in the school, we need to gratitude to the headmaster, suppose like that. And if we live in the small community, we gratitude to that community leaders too. And number 9 is Buddha teach us that we need to gratitude living things and living beings. If we don't have living things and living beings, we don't have the environment. Suppose we need to gratitude the trees, and the water, suppose like that. Because if we don't have the water, we cannot live. We need to gratitude the atmosphere, the air, the water, the trees, and everything around us. So thank you for your listening. This is my
thank you, sister, so much for your general idea. Right now, make more clear. I would like to invite my brother Pháp Thanh to say what how many and what different kinds of gratitude. Now, because when we review all the time, we have a strong confidence in the Dharma learning, Dharma practice, and near future go somewhere, and we have strong confidence to strong confidence in Dharma sharing to another monastic people, another lay people. Right now, I would like to invite brother Pháp Thanh to say more, some idea more about gratitude. Now, please.
Cảm ơn thầy. So as Shiko expressed, she went over the foundations of all these from yesterday's lesson, and I think I'd only have I guess maybe just some small things to add. That's all. For number 1, with parents, I think yesterday I remember there being mentioned that parents are the ones that, like Shiko had mentioned, the parents are the ones that give us the body of which we have for enlightenment. So we have this opportunity through our parents. And I remember Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh, he has a mindfulness meditation where we acknowledge that when we breathe with lungs. These are our father's lungs. We breathe with our mother's lungs. We recognize that we are the result of our parents, and we are our parents. We are 50% of them put together to make us. So we have gratitude to our parents for giving us this body, and we recognize that we are the combination of them. So there's great gratitude in that. And for number 2, at the triple gem, we recognize how the triple gem forms the foundation of the propagation of the Buddha Dharma in our world and in ourselves. You know, the Buddha is that shining example that shows us that the goal that what we're seeking is attainable. We have the Buddha, and then also the disciples around him that reached arahatship. The fact that there are other beings who reached enlightenment based off of the next gem, the Dharma. That the Dharma was something that actually impacted people's minds to such an extent that they occurred awakening. And the community that supported them also allowed that to happen. Because you have to think, the Buddha, even in his own enlightenment, he is the self-awakened, the self-enlightened being. But he was also supported. So whereas his efforts in uncovering the Dharma were his own efforts, he was supported by kindness of other people. We remember that right after the Buddha was enlightened, he was given the gift of milk rice. It was that act of compassion that kind of spurred his understanding of the Sangha, that for anyone to obtain enlightenment or obtain awakening, there has to be a community there to support each other. That without the community, it's almost impossible, if not impossible. So there's gratitude to the triple gem, especially the Sangha, because this is the support that we're given. And number 3 was secular teachers. I mean, I can just think of a number of secular teachers that I've had growing up that really cared for their job. They really cared for their students. And when a teacher cares for their students, that really makes a difference. So to have great gratitude for secular teachers, that's a great thing to have, because it just shows that there are people there, even if they're not teaching the Dharma, they're not teaching spirituality, they're at least trying to instill in young people in particular, in their minds, the desire to learn, to keep the mind fresh, to see that, when we think we know everything, when we think there's nothing else to learn, that's when we really start to die. That's when we really start to decay. But the teachers are the ones who instill in us the desire to learn and continue to learn, and that's how we grow. I mean, the Dharma is something that's alive. It's constant. It requires constant learning. And secular teachers are kind of those first beings that give us those seeds of learning, kind of spark the desire for education in us. And number 4, with our masters and patriarchs, this is without the people that come before us on the spiritual path, we would be lost. We'd be like the blind leading the blind. So we're supposed to have great gratitude towards our masters and our masters' masters and our masters' masters' masters, because there's this unbroken line of Dharma masters from Shakyamuni Buddha himself, the historical Buddha, that have passed down this knowledge. And we should have great gratitude for that. I mean, there's not a lot of traditions around the world that have unbroken lines from over 2,500 years. I mean, that's a very impressive feat to have that lineage all the way down. And our masters, our master, represents that lineage. So we have great gratitude for that. And then, of course, the student. If it wasn't for the student, there would be no teachers. If it wasn't for the student, there would be no masters. There needs to be people to listen. We have to have ears. Exactly. It comes together. Here we have the teacher, and here we have the student, and they come together, and that forms the link, the bond, and the ever-going chain of knowledge. So we have gratitude towards people like us who are just learning. Because you can't have, when you think of a pond, you have to have the hole and the water. Without the hole, the water doesn't have where to go. Without the water, the hole is just empty. So you can't have a pond without that. You can't have the great ocean of Dharma without the students and the teachers, without the masters and the students. And next is just the supporters and donors. Number 6, gratitude. That I touched on with the triple gem, but I'll just say it again. We have great gratitude to the people who support us, and just anyone who supports anyone else. To have compassion in your heart to the point where you see a need in someone else and you want to help with that. If someone's hungry, we are here together. We're not alone on this planet. We're not alone on this journey. So we have great gratitude to the people who support us along the path. And number 7, our country. This is, I have to remark, even though we have a lot of turmoil in the world, historically, the time we live in now is the most peaceful time humanity has ever known. when you really look at it, historians have looked into this, and that's because of the countries we live in have made great strides over the years to provide peace and stability for their people. So for us now, we live in America. We have great opportunity here. America has its own problems, but overall, this is a great place to live. And I know that my brothers and sisters here come from Vietnam, and that hasn't always been peaceful. That's gone through some great changes, but as time goes on and as compassion goes on, you have change. Things are getting better and better. And, we have gratitude towards that. Things aren't impermanent. Things change. Things do get better with the right people, with the right leaders. In number 8, we were grateful for the leaders who are put into very difficult positions. So being the president, being the king, being the prime minister, being a mayor or a governor, those are very high stress positions. That's a lot of responsibility. And that's not something especially here in America, we're very outspoken on our politics. And we like to think that our opinion is the right opinion, and whatever political party we belong to has all the right answers. That's not true. That's a delusion. But when it really comes down to it, the people who are in power, our leaders, they have to make some very difficult decisions. And a lot of times they have to they have to make decisions that affect a large amount of people for worse or for better. And we should have great gratitude and respect for those people to make those decisions for us so that we can benefit from the fruits of those decisions. The road that we can travel. We're about to drive to Houston. And Brother Duke Bao, who was with us, he had mentioned how in Boston the roads are very, very bad, and here in Texas we have really, really good roads. So we're about to drive 2.5 hours to Houston on some pristine Texas roads, and this comes about because of our leaders. Our leaders made the decision to invest into our infrastructure, so we have the benefit of a good road. So we should be grateful for that. Everything that we enjoy that's good is generally due to someone who made a decision and decided to follow that through. So there's great gratitude in our heart for that. And then lastly, all living things are living beings. I touched on this in the Dharma discussion at the Sri Lankan temple today, that we are not separate from anything else. There is a multitude of things that come together to enable us to exist. Thich Nhat Hanh says that there is death and life in every second. There are millions of cells in our bodies that are constantly dying, and then he made the joke, we're just too busy to hold funerals for all of them. And then he says we have millions of cells being born every second, we're just too busy to have a happy birthday for them. These are all these things, even within us, there's a multitude of living things and living beings that come together to give us life. And we, as individuals, are a part of a greater system, a greater ecosystem that supports life and transformation around us. And we should be grateful for the little things and the big things, and ourselves, for all living things and all living beings. Because without living things and living beings, there wouldn't be any living things or living beings. So, just great gratitude all around for that. So, thank you,
Thank you, Dharma Sister, brother, you, both of you. just mentioned about different kind of gratitude, and we would like to review like that. Another time, we have a strong confidence in gratitude learning and gratitude practice. You know, some detail both of you already mentioned, but some gratitude I don't explain detail, but some gratitude I would like to explain more. First, parent, brother Pháp Thanh just mentioned very good, but before mention, explain more and more about gratitude, and today brother Pháp Thanh build the Buddha horn, very nice. We hope in the future, if we have something make like that all the time more comfortable. And how about Sister Hạnh Minh? When you say the Dharma, I would like to give your suggestion. When you say the Dharma, first we look each other better. Don't sometimes see the paper, sometimes okay, but only see the paper longer than look each other. And then the powerful looking maybe transmit the Dharma. In other time, the powerful become less. Power become less. That's why when we say the Dharma, look each other. It's more and more powerful. If say the Dharma to someone, to people who in front of us all the time, look at the paper. Now wait. I look at the paper and I read. We share in the Dharma, but the best thing. We sometimes look, but sometimes look each other. Look at the paper, but sometimes look at paper. Sometimes look at the paper, sometimes look at people. Or some more attitude. And now the gratitude, first gratitude about parent. Brother Pháp Thanh mentioned this good. Why we gratitude our parent, first parent, because a parent gave us this physical body. Without parent, and now we don't have this physical body. And you mentioned this is when we are still in the feeders are in the womb of a mommy. When the mommy eats, and we eat tail. When mommy ring, and we ring tail in this case too. When mommy breathing in and breathing out, we also breathing in and breathing out tail. You see, tail, you understand, tail mean too. And another time when we are still in the feeder of a mommy, and then what the mommy think, what the mommy do, what the mommy say, and everything is fast. Maybe it's lit 99% from a mommy mind and body. That's why when we are here, when we grow up in the Dharma, when we grow up at a time, we have this physical body. First, in the Buddha teaching, in the Buddha study, we should express deep gratitude our parents who have given this physical body to us with and birth, education, and teaching, especially love and understanding, love and kindness, compassion and understanding. You see, when we say like that, maybe this topic about gratitude, maybe this big topic, 90 minutes we can say very short time, one by one. It's very quick, but time pass very quick. But one topic different kind of gratitude. We explain one by one all the time. 90 minutes we can say on. You see, gratitude and about parent. In the Buddhist study, when the Buddha have taught teaches us, when we were born without Buddha, without meeting the Buddha, and we skillfully respect, nurture, and take care of, look after our parents very carefully. All the time, parents are in our family. Parents are the Buddha in our family. You see, the Buddha, not the Buddha. Mommy is the Buddha. Father is the Buddha in our parent. Maybe number 10, maybe number 20, 100. But in the Buddhist study, when we study the Buddha teaching, in the Buddha teaching say to skillfully nurture and look after our parents and who are in our family, who are the Buddha living in our family. You see, you mentioned this more, all the time, more clear, more detail. It's in the parent gratitude, and I don't mention about detail gratitude in detail. You just mention different gratitude. I don't mention detail like that, but some gratitude I would like to explain more. And how about Dharma teacher, secular teacher? You also mentioned. How about Dharma teacher? Because mommy, parent who gave us both teaching and education, and also gave us this physical body. But how about Dharma master, Dharma teacher? Dharma teacher gave us, have given the Dharma body. You see, remember Dharma body, and we should remember this, very important. Without Dharma teacher teaching, and we don't have the body of Brahmya, the body of Brahmya, Sila, and Samadhi, the body of wisdom, the body of virtue, and the body of meditation. So we can say Dharma teacher have given us Dharma body. Very important. If we don't mention that, only physical body not enough. So with parent gratitude and with Dharma gratitude, and give us, but not only physical body, but also Dharma body, and Dharma body and physical body support together. It's like I ever say, it's like the birds have to wing. You see, the birds only one wing, maybe a dog pick up the person only one hand. So with the person with two hand, with two eye, with two nose, with two ear, can hear everything clearly. Only one ear. Oh, what you say? I hear you not clearly. Now please say again. You see, and now with two legs, with two hand, and do something very strongly. Do something very strong. Say something. Think about something. Anything very clear. So when we mention about parent gratitude, secular teacher, and we remember mention about more and more detail about Dharma teacher. Dharma teacher have given earth Dharma body. Dharma body in this case, wisdom, the body of wisdom, the body of virtue, the body of meditation. We can say the body of the Dharma. We can say Dharma body. You explain more and more detail. Near future, someone is ask you, request you, invite you to say the Dharma, should mention that more. And how about political leader? We can say you just mentioned about president, prime minister, governor, etc. We should remember, we would like to express deep gratitude to not only ancient leader or ancient country father or country mother or country parent, ancient, but also present or current the country parent. The country parent, we can say the country father, the country mother, who have founded the country from ancient time until now. So that we express deep gratitude to ancient leader, not only ancient leader but also current leader. So both, remember, ancient and current, ancient and present leader. And if we mention about present, how about ancient leader? You see, and those who have a duty to found the country and have the country name from ancient time until now. Until now means we would like to express deep gratitude to the leader who have a duty to rotate, to guard the country. Country become peace, country become peaceful, happiness and everything good for us to live, to earn money, to live together, to have something like that. I'll mention more. And the gratitude, both of you also explain detail from parent gratitude until leader gratitude. And near future, I think if someone would like to invite you to say the Dharma about gratitude, different gratitude, it's lit 90 minutes, very shortly for you to explain one by one. You see, only how about the Buddha, how about the Dhamma, how about the Dhamma, the Sangha gratitude, the Buddha gratitude, the Dhamma gratitude, and you explain more and more. This wonderful topic, this topic. Without the Buddha, we cannot. Without the Buddha gratitude, without the Dhamma gratitude, without the Sangha gratitude, our time maybe we become maybe have a wrong way, wrong view, wrong talk, wrong speech, wrong action, wrong livelihood. With the Buddha, we have right way, right view, etc. The Dhamma of the Buddha is the Dhamma of peace, the Dhamma of non-violence, the Dhamma of love and kindness, compassion, the Dhamma of wisdom. You explain more and more. You see, another time you have many things to say. Gratitude, Dharma sister and Dharma brother. If we live alone, so great. And we have food, we eat along, become full, but easy to become sick. Eat a lot, become sick or become ill. But with brother and sister, and we share food together, live together, practice together, and we we build a Sangha building. You see, Sangha building are we when we have eating, when we have lunch, have a dinner, have a breakfast. One way we chant the 5 gratitude in eating. See, another time the number 5. I remember number 5, number 4, number 5. That's when we use this food, we eat this food. We have a duty to build the brotherhood, build a sisterhood and brotherhood who have good time, have good quality, have good time to live together, to learn together, to support together. Another time you can say more happiness. Your happiness means sister happiness is my happiness, brother happiness is my happiness. You can say this more and more. Your happiness is my happiness. Your suffering also is my suffering. You say more in more detail, and then people say, the listener say, the hearer say, oh, good practitioner, well trained practitioner. You learn Dhamma, you have a strong confidence in Dhamma sharing, Dhamma learning, Dhamma practice. We would like to respect you more and more. You see, and near future, maybe if someone, you see, today, they never ask us, today maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you say the Dhamma. They never invite us first. Right, when contact come, now the time come, I would like to invite Dhamma sister, Dhamma brother to say a few minutes about Dhamma. Other time we have the powder, we have a sugar, we have water, make a cake quickly. That's why we rebel right now. And when we understand that, near future only gratitude, different kind of gratitude for you. 1.5 hours, very short for you, very short time for you. And you explain one by one, another time more detail, and more people understand and respect you more and more. That's why we review today. Now we are learning the new Gatha today. Only review, but we are learning, keep learning new Gatha. Now number 6, rửa tay. Múc nước để rửa tay. Xin nguyện cho mọi người có đôi bàn tay khéo gìn giữ trái đất này. This Gatha in Vietnamese. Gìn giữ trái đất này. You see here? Now in English, Gatha number 6. Washing your hand. Water plow over this hand. May I yield them skillfully to reserve our precious planet. Rửa tay, tức là rửa tay của bạn là nói chung, rửa nước từ nước chảy từ cái bàn tay, những cái bàn tay này tôi khéo sử dụng một cách khéo sử dụng cái đôi tay đó, đâm này là chỉ cho cái bàn tay khéo léo nha, và để duy trì cái hành tinh quý giá này, hành tinh đẹp này. Now we discuss the Dhamma in English. Dear Dhamma sister, brother, you see here, water plow over this hand. We use now Gatha number 6. We have water more. Number 5 we have water, but in this case Gatha number 6 we have water. Water plow over this hand. We think water plow spring, maybe spring from come from the high mountain sources are in the earth, but in this case without our hand, we cannot use water. You see, And in this case, we also gratitude our when we have a physical body, we would like to thank our hand. Without hand, we cannot carry. Sometimes our hand, sometimes hand and legs and ear and eye cannot say, but they support us in noble silence. You see, so we when we have hand, strong hand, and we would like to thank hand. Now you have strong enough to support me, to support ourselves, and I would like to thank you, left hand and right hand. Without right hand, without left hand, I cannot carry water to water the plant, to rain. You see here, another time gratitude our hand is first, and you see here, may I use hand, our hand, may I use my hands skillfully. In this case, this is a very wonderful meaning. You see here, we have hand, but we use hand, we use my hand. We have hand, we use hand to hold knife, to hold violent thing, to beat someone, to hit someone, trouble, big trouble. But in this case, may I use my hand skillfully. Means I have hand, I use knife for cutting grass, for cutting vegetable, cutting apple, cutting orange. You see, cutting like that. But we use my hand, in this case, may we use our hand skillfully. In this case, we use our hand to cutting something useful and something effective to us. But don't use hand to fighting. You see, don't use hand to hit, to beat someone. This become trouble. Use hand for exercise. It's okay. Use hand to carry, to help someone, to volunteer to carry somebody carry something very heavily, very heavy. Oh, I'm have hand, my hand strong enough. I'm here for you. I can help you. If you cannot carry, I'm help you now. You see, very wonderful meaning. And when we do like that, our time in this case, to reserve our blessed land. In this blessed land means the people who live around us, are the living thing around us. We use this hand. We use the fire to destroy, to burn the forest. This problem. You see, we use hand to do something good, to do something wholesome, and other time good, and support environment, support planet, support living thing and living being around us. Other time we use, may we use our hands skillfully to reserve, to maintain living thing and living being that around us. Other time we do something good. We use a hand, do something wrong, beat someone, destroy something, become trouble, big trouble. You see, so when we learn this, Gatha number 6, we would like to thank our hand. The more we learn, the more we understand. And that's now in this Gatha, what do you think about it? And can you share more idea, more detail in this, or maybe support, or maybe give more detail? I would like to invite my sister and brother to share this more. Brother Pháp Thanh, please. Oh, Sister Hạnh Minh, now please.
Dear Master and dear brother, this Gatha have the hand, the skillful hand to do many things. And in this case, we have the skillful hands look like the purified mind. This means you can use the mind to do something good, and you can make the earth beautiful, more beautiful, and fresher, and good environment. And this means we can make the earth more and more better and better, and so everybody around us and everybody living on this earth will be healthier, fresher, and free from suffering, because the earth right now, I hope if everybody knows this Gatha, and when we wash our hands and we remember the earth, so I think this Gatha is very compassionate. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, so much. Right now, my brother, Pháp Thanh. Now, your duty.
So, I like what you said about we wash our hands. We're here to purify our mind, and washing the hands is a way of purifying the mind. And it made me remember when I studied anatomy and physiology in school, we studied the nervous system. So there's a graph that shows the human body, but only as nerves, like a brain, and then all the nerves that come off the brain. The hands have an absolute massive amount of nerves. It actually looks like, when you map it out, when the nerves of the hands are spread out, it's larger than the human body. Like, we have more nerves in our hands than anywhere else. And it makes me think, so how, when we wash our hands, when we make the dedication to use them to only do good, to have skillful means to preserve our planet, to preserve our environment, for me, it's I have that little extra layer where I think, oh yeah, a lot of my brain, here's my brain, and then all the wiring, a whole lot of that wiring is right there in our hands. So it's a really good way. When we wash our hands, we purify our hands, and we vow to use them skillfully to preserve our planet. It's like a symbolic way of purifying the mind as well. So what you said has a very deep scientific tone to it too. That by this very short, I mean, this is the shortest Gatha we've covered, but it's still so impactful that we do everything with our hands, absolutely everything. And it's a good way to train ourselves for mindfulness, to be aware that purify the hands, purify the mind. Thank you.
Cảm ơn brother Pháp Thanh. Now with the sister sharing, I would like to say more about it. When on the Vesak day, when the Vesak day come, other time in the Vesak ceremony, in the Vesak liberation, other time we have the baby Buddha ceremony. And then when we use this hand, we use skillful hand to pat the baby Buddha. It means that brother Pháp Thanh and sister just mentioned, hand, this physical is represent present bodily action, because the hand belongs to bodily action, but bodily action relate to mental action. when we pass the baby Buddha, means that we clean, in this case water, we clean our pure mind. You see, use the water, use his hand, skillful hand, to pat the baby Buddha, means that we use this water to clean our minds. Clean our mind, because our mind sometimes very dirty. In this case, dirty means polluted mind, and have a delusion, have hatred, have violence, have anger, have wrong view, wrong thought, wrong speech, wrong action, wrong livelihood, wrong effort, wrong mindfulness, and wrong concentration. And then we use the water. Means water, in this case, we can explain the figurative meaning, and water to clean the physical body, means the water to clean our mind. When our mind without suffering, without sorrow, without delusion, without hatred, without etc. All the time we use this body, we use this hand, skillful hand, to clean our mind. When we understand like that, all the time the meaning become full. But we think somebody say now the Buddha birthday come, and we have we have a baby Buddha ceremony. You water means only you water. This is a physical thing, physical water. This is not. This is only one side, not full meaning. Only one correct, not full correct. And now when we pour the baby water, means up pour the baby or the Buddha in our minds, because delusion cover our Buddha, hatred cover our Buddha. You see, hatred, delusion, anger, etc. Cover our Buddha in our minds, and now this reminds us when we have the baby Buddha. In this case, this reminds us to pour the Buddha, to clean our Buddha in our minds. My mind become polluted. My mind become dirty. Have violence, have delusion, hatred, etc. All the time, Buddha, to pack the Buddha means to pack Buddha in our mind, and we understand it by practice, by virtuous training. All the time we can pass or clean the Buddha in our mind, but only use the water to take to pass the Buddha, but we ourselves don't learn the Buddha, don't spend a lot of time learning the Buddha teaching, practice the Buddha teaching. The Buddha in our mind become dim, not clear. So by practicing, by learning the virtuous training, virtuous learning, practicing, and our time learn one by one, and daily we practice, monthly, quickly we practice. All the time the Buddha in our mind become clear and clear. All the time the meaning that literally meaning and figurative meaning. All the time we explain one by one. All the time more people understand, and more detail, more clear. And today we this Gatha, and this Gatha very, very wonderful. When somebody think, oh, I have hand, you have hand, I also have hand. You do something I can do, but you do something wrong. You see, you have hand, I also have hand, but I use this hand with someone. Trouble. I use hand, but I do something wholesome. You see, I help people. I carry something. Somebody old, very old, cannot carry something. Somebody tired, cannot ride. Somebody feel sleepy, cannot ride. I am for you. I'm here for you. I ride for you. Use hand. You hand in this case, physical body. Hand belong to physical body, and we use this physical body. But this physical body belong to relate to mental action. My body relate to together, or some volunteer to help people do something good. This Gatha, wonderful Gatha. When we only 1 minute, when we learn only 1 minute, we read only 1 minute. But when we explain more minute, more detail. Okay. Now we learn one more Gatha. One more Gatha. Yes. So you see here, to reserve our blessed land. You see, blessed land, we understand. When we do writing, we support environment and living things and living being around us. Very wonderful when we study like that. Now, Gatha number 7. Đánh răng và súc miệng, cho sạch nghiệp nói năng, miệng thơm lời ái ngữ, hoa nở tự vườn tâm. In Vietnamese. Here we only use the Dharma to explain in English. Other time we say Dharma in English more. In here, brushing your teeth, brushing my teeth, and rinsing my mouth. I vow to speak purely and livingly. When my mouth is fragrant with raspik, here we remember right. Raspik, a flower blooms in the garden, my heart, not the bloom, not in the garden of my heart. Right here. Đánh răng in Vietnamese, we just mentioned in Vietnamese. Right now here you see here, brushing my teeth and rinsing my mouth. Mouth and teeth together. Mouth and teeth belong to mouth. Mouth belong to teeth, because this two become one. I vow to speak in here. You see here, speak purely and lovingly. You see here, we use somebody. This very wonderful meaning, too. My mouth, when my mouth is fragrant with raspik and a flower bloom in the garden of my heart. Now we explain this. Dear Dharma sister and brother, when we hear this Gatha, brushing teeth and rinsing my mouth. In this case, you see, teeth and mouth are gathered together, not separate. Somebody have teeth separate, mouth separate. Oh, maybe they say, oh, he or she is an animal. In this case, mouth and teeth become together. But we can say mouth. Mouth means mouth with teeth, but in this case, we can use mouth. We use mouth for what? First, we eat something mindfully. We consume something mindful. Somebody eat. You see, sometimes somebody use mouth teeth to eat meat a lot. to drink alcohol a lot. To smoke alcohol a lot. Maybe this fish will become ill and sick. And we think we consume something mindful. We eat, if we are a good practitioner, we eat vegan, we eat vegetable more and more. Maybe this physical body become healthy. If it meat a lot, if drink alcohol a lot, if smoking daily, this physical become heavy, become ill, become sick, unhealthy, unwholesome. So this Gatha, when we learn here, and we should consume something mindful, and our time the body become light, become wholesome, become comfortable. We don't know what we eat. We drink, we don't know what we drink. We smoke, we don't know what we smoke. Oh, miserable. And we understand that our time we eat first eating, smoking, now talking. We are here, but sometimes we live together. Sometimes we talk face to face. Sometimes we talk by cell phone, by home phone, by table phone. But we say something angry with someone, even our loved one, sister, brother, mommy, and daddy. And mommy asks, daddy asks, sister, brother asks, dear son, dear brother, how are you today? But other time, today you tired, for example, you tired. No, I am tired. Don't ask you more. Don't ask me more. Avoid me. So when we speak lovingly, speak purely, when we are tired. I am tired, for example, when we are tired, but our loved one, our relative, even our friend call, how about brother today? Oh, I'm today a little bit tired, but now okay. I'm here for you. What do you need? You put some sugar in the speaking, but don't put salt. Don't put salt in speaking. It's become trouble. And somebody, although we are tired, we feel we are tired. We feel tired, but somebody asks us, now how about your learning? How about your Dhamma learning, Dhamma practice, Dhamma practice, Dhamma learning, Dhamma understanding, Dhamma living, Dhamma etc. Oh, and now I'm newcomer. Now I'm senior. Now I am no young, no old. But something new for me. The more I learn, the more I understand. The more I live together, the more I have more idea. The more I live together, the more I have experience. Now I'm happy. Now when you ask me about my study, about my learning, something else, now please, we have good conversation. We have loving conversation. Now please discuss more. I'm here for you. If you are good, I always here for you. I am fresh flower for you. Now ask me more, please. Then mommy, loved one, friend, and even the neighbor come and talk. Maybe directly, maybe indirectly, all the time they understand more and more. So we say something wholesome, say something right, say something correct, and more and more people around us have strong confidence in us. You see, but somebody needs us to help by talking. We say you put some salt, not put sugar, and maybe say something angry, and maybe first time, second time, Namo Buddhaya, I bye bye you. And then we live together, someone around us, even the people who live far away from us and need some help, and they're talking by cell phone, by phone, by cell phone, by home phone, by table phone, and we say something lovely, say something. In this case, lovely means helpful, effective to those who needs us to help. But say something angry, say something unwholesome, say something wrong, say something not correct. Maybe next time I don't dare to call you again. Now in this Gatha, when you learn this Gatha, and what do you think about it? And can you give more detail, or can you have some idea to say? Now please sharing together. Dharma brother Pháp Thanh, she go maybe okay, sister, good.
Dear master and brother, I think this Gatha is teach us about the karma of speech. This means we have three karmas about speech, mind, and action. So so if we have a good mind, we have a good thing, we have a good idea, and our speech will be lovely, will be better, and we will speak good thing. Look like Master always say something wholesome in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, during the day. So I think this Gatha is a very good for us, because if someone teach every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and evening before go to sleep, but the mind not purified. His mouth will give some not correct words. So I think this is a number in the noble hateful part.
Yes.
Right view, right speak, right talk, and right speak. This is number 3.
Yes.
Right speak. So this one, this means if we teach, we first our teach, and we speak lovely, we speak in kindness, in compassion, words, and this will be very useful. But if the first artist every day, but we speak not good, so the mouth is not it's not like perfume. If you be the first artist and we speak lovely, then the right speak, our mouth will be the perfume. Yeah. And I remember in from English always teach us about take out of the grass, out of the garden. So if we have the body, good perfume, and good sense. Yeah, thank you so much for your listening.
Cảm ơn Sister so much. Now Dharma brother Pháp Thanh.
Come on, Chico. Chico used right speech. She said everything perfectly, and exactly what this Gatha encapsulates. She completely encapsulated as well. So the only thing I have to add is we should, what we say to other people is very important, but we should also be mindful of what we say to ourselves, what we say about ourselves, the internal dialogue in our mind. So whereas the last Gatha taught us to use our hands to have right action, this Gatha teaches us to have right speech. The speech that we tell ourselves, the story that we run in our own heads, is what conditions us to have right thought. So by practicing right speech, it makes it easier for us to have right thought as well. So thank you.
Cảm ơn brother Pháp Thanh. You see here, you mention detail. Right now, one thing more. So you see here, right speak with your mouth. Normally, when we study, master teaches us illness come from mouth for eating, for consuming. You see, this physical body become ill, come from eating, come from mouth. It's a lot, you see, and the same but different meaning. Maybe sins. We can say mistake. Sins, mistake also come from mouth because of talking, say something unwholesome, say something wrong, and maybe people come, political people come, curse us. If we say something wrong, something that tell a lie, not tell truth, all time. So in this case, I mean the mistake. We can use mistake, can use sin, can use false. Come from mouth, come from talking, and come from eating. And when we learn this Gatha, we use Siko mentions very clear, very perfect, like brother Pháp Thanh just mentioned. Clean, brush the teeth every day, but say something not good, become trouble. And when we say something wholesome, say something right, say something lovely, and then our heart become light, and we sleep well. You see here, but something we say, something we eat very heavily, very heavily, and something we say, something we say with someone very angrily, we cannot sleep well. We sleep not well. You see, daily, morning, afternoon, and evening when we go sleep. Maybe this morning I say something angry with someone, with that person, this person. Now we think again and again. Maybe normally when we lie down and we sleep well, but in this case, 6 hours we cannot sleep. Maybe only sleep only 2 hours, 5 hours. Think again and again. This morning we say something not good with that person, not good this person. But this is, in this case, practitioner, good practitioner can do like that, can think about like that. But if not good practitioner, not good person, we can say non-good person. and they say something angry, they sleep well. But we are a good person, don't do like that. If we do like that, compassion become loose. Compassion become revealed. Compassion, love, and kindness, and wisdom become lesson, become revealed. We are good practitioner, a good practitioner should say something wholesome and right, and we nurture and develop love and kindness and compassion, love more and more. We are Dharma practitioner, not secular practitioner, not secular person who didn't understand the Buddha teaching, didn't learn the Buddha teaching, and they say something angry. Now sleep well. Don't practice like this. This good, not good. Compassion become loose, not good. And when we understand that Dharma, when we say something good, sleep well. Say something wholesome, sleep well. And when we sleep well, don't thinking about that person, this person, they also sleep well. And when we practice like this regularly, anytime and anywhere, we hope we can nurture and develop love and kindness and compassion more and more in reason. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. And right now the time is over. Thank you so much for your learning and listening and Dhamma discussion. Now I would like to invite Dhamma sister and brother to say the merits. May the merits of cultivation today be directed toward all living thing and living being. We and human being on earth be well, happy, peaceful, healthy, and be free from suffering, greed, anger, illusion, hatred, ignorance, violence, and coronavirus pandemic quickly and quickly. May the Buddha and Bodhisattva bless and protect on any time and anywhere. Sadhu, lành thay, well done and excellent. Have a good night, Dhamma sister and brother. And the more we learn, the more we understand. Today we learn a lot, and we keep this learning for repairing the near future. We go somewhere, meet someone, and they who needs earth to say the Dhamma. We can use this Dhamma to share people again. When we learn, we practice, we apply the Buddha teaching in our daily life to benefit ourselves and all the people right here and right now in the present life. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Before we stop here, we would like to listen to the Dhamma music. Our time we say bye bye.